Hello everyone, welcome back to Berylawesfashion channel. In today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to cut and sew the trending apron kimono. Yes, it is very simple to cut and you need about 1 yard of fabric to do that. So we are going to be cutting directly on our fabric and we need just 2 measurements to make this kimono. We need our shoulder measurement and we need the dress length. So the shoulder measurement I will be working with is 15 inches. So I'm going to divide the 15 inches into 2. That gives me 7.5. So I'm going to remove half of an inch, which is 0.5 inch from the 7.5. That gives me 7 inches, and I'll come here and mark 7 inches. I'm having over 7.5 here, but before then I'm going to mark out my starting point. So I will be starting on this line, so I will measure 7 inches from the center. I'll measure it around to where I want my dress to be, and I said the length of let's mark out the length of the dress. The length of my kimono dress will be 40 inches. 40 inches, and I'm going to fold it, hem it down with 1.5, and that gives me 41.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is to so I'll mark my 7 inches up to the hemline. I'm going to roll it. Now that I've rolled it, I'll come to the starting point here and measure 3 inches. In case you do not know how we get these 3 inches, kindly check on my video on how to take measurement. That is the round neck circumference. So at this side, I'll come down by 0.75. that is 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to roll from here to the 3/4 of an inch. Then decide how wide I want my neck to be. I want it to be 4 inches. And the width, the front width, I want it to be 4 as well. So in the front it will be 4 by 4 inches. Then at the back I want it to be 1 inch. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to connect the line. So I'm going to connect the neckline now. With my core puller. If you don't have, you can use your hand. Then connect the back as well. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut it out. But before I cut it out, I'm going to have half of an inch here. Remember, we are cutting directly on our fabric, so we need the joining allowance. We need to add the joining allowance. Please don't forget, we are cutting directly on the fabric. is done. So we are going to cut it out now. I'll cut it out and show you. So I've cut out the excess at the side. I've cut out the back neckline. So in order for me to cut out the front neckline, I'm going to remove the one inside, so as to be able to cut out the front neckline, and I will fold it back and cut this out. Okay, so we have both the front and the back now, so it will be like this. This is the way it will be. Okay, then you need, it has 4 belts, so this is, I cut out the strips that I'm going to use as my belt. I'm having, the length of the strip is 22 inches by 3.5 inches. But I don't want the edge of my belt to be straight, so this is what I'm going to do now. I'll fold my belt into 2 and shape the edge because I don't want it to be straight. So I'll just come in. I'll come in by 1 inch here. And connect it back to the edge. Do it with the 4 strips. So this is what I'll be having, and I'm going to sew here one after the other and turn it. So let's cut the other one, fold it into 2 just as we did to the first 2. Go in by take it to the sewing machine now. Then the neck, I'm going to join the shoulders. After joining it, I'm going to use bias to pipe the neck. So I'll come and show you. So I've piped the neckline with bias, and I've folded the edge. Then the down part of it, remember we said we'll be using 1.5, so I folded 1/2 inch in, then 1 inch. Then the belt, I've sewn the belt and turned the belts. They are properly ironed now. I just want to show you how I turned it so that you can do yours with this last one. And you use your scissors to turn it, to bring it out. Okay. And give it a good press. So what we are going to do next is to decide where you want your belt to be. On the shoulder, I want my belt to be at 16.5 inches. So come here, mark 16.5 inches. And the same here. Same at the back, do it front to back, 16.5 inches. This This is where my 16.5 inches is. Do the same here. So what you are going to do next is to put your belt. Look for where your 16.5 inches is here. So this is what you will do. You hold this place this way, stitch on this, then you turn it. By the time you turn it, it will be like this. You do it to the full size. So I'm going to do it and show you the outcome of our kimono dress. So here is the outcome of our apron kimono dress. If you are here to subscribe to this channel, please go ahead and click on the red button now. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again. Keep practicing. Bye.